Vigilante Williamson here with the clip from my show. And if you like this clip, please check out the whole podcast, link in the description. This is the face of wickedness, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Geeky Sparkles, who is the author of this article. Christine McCarthy, Disney CFO, gets contract extension and $11 million annual incentive. This woman, the actual Wicked Witch. Disney is not doing well. People are being furloughed and laid off left and right. In fact, they laid off 28,000 people. 28,000 people in one of the rounds of layoffs, not including all the layoffs at ESPN and every single division of Disney, entertainment, everything Disney owns. They're laying off people, important people too. But not Christine McCarthy. She just got her contract extended for a year and a half until December 30th, 2022. And she has an equity-based long-term incentive compensation with a target award value of $11 million. So they can't keep entertainers and cast members because they're financially strapped. But their CFO just got a contract extension with a target award value of $11 million each fiscal year or annually, $11 million award. And she's the CFO that may have allegedly cooked the books, by the way. There was a report a few years ago about, I think 2017, 2018, about some fuckery going on with their books, but it went away. And this woman, look at this picture. This is her. This person is so evil. This is the best they can come up with a public picture. This woman, the actual Wicked Witch, actual Cruella de Vil. She's the fucking CFO at fucking Disney. She gets $11 million. She's one of the execs getting an award, by the way. Other execs are getting awards or bonuses. Here's the sum of the details about Miss McCarthy. Of course, it's Miss. She probably somebody Nana Reaper said something about the cats. This is what happens when the one angry cat lady gets the bag. This is when the cat lady gets the bag. This is what happens. 28,000 people laid off, 11 million to her. Let's see what the SEC talks about with their employment extension. Upon a term subject to the conditions of this agreement, the company hereby employ executive and oh Lord, this is all legal speak. Too much legal speak for me. Let's try to cut. I don't want to, go visit pirates and princesses.net. So, give Geeky and the Clownfish TV people some love. Check out their ads. You know what I mean? Show them some love. But yeah, cast members are being laid off by the tens of thousands. They're making their own food pantries to help each other. Disney blogs are rallying to raise money to help them. But Christine McCarthy gets a contract extension and $11 million in incentives per year. And she's just one of many. They laid off those 28,000 people for the books to look good each quarter. And the next quarter, more people will be laid off, and these execs will still get their fucking bonuses. She probably does have a coat made of puppy fur as well. The champagne socialists are still drinking Dom, riding limos, jets, wheeling and dealing, kiss stealing, private yachts. $600 lizard shoes. Yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of Ric Flair stuff. But seriously, these people get to live a life of luxury and they will get bailed out. They will get our tax money too. If you don't believe me, you don't think they're going to tax money? This next story should let you know. Because even though our schools are closed, you cannot send your kid to Atlanta schools. But we can use those schools to film movies in. Outrage after Spider-Man allowed to film and close Atlanta high schools. Permission sparks backlash from parents whose children have been barred from in-person learning due to the coup since March. So these kids cannot go to school in Atlanta. but Disney can film movies. You think they're not going to get bailed out? Please. Rules for thee, but not for me, because they live in a different world and they are letting us know, the powers that be. Marvel's untitled third Spider-Man movie, which I'm excited about. We talked about Doc Ock in it, but they get granted special permission to shoot at 2 high schools in Atlanta, sparking backlash from the parents whose children have been barred from in-person learning at schools for more than 8 months. Too bad kids don't generate millions, the millions a movie does, or they'd be back in front of their teachers in a classroom rather than a computer screen, one parent wrote on Twitter, as reported by the Washington Post. School is not only safe, it's necessary for learning, especially when you consider that the COOF is a lot less dangerous in children. As the COOF cases soar in the U.S., Atlanta authorities have said public school students will not return to in-person learning before January. But Spider-Man is going to be able to film at Frederick Douglass and Henry W. Grady high schools as early as January and March, respectively. That is the double standard. It's a high school. That is a high school. It looks like a prison. I think this is actually just a prison or whatever the hell, scene from their movie. But I will play Angel's Advocate on that comment. You can make an argument with the way schools are going with this. We heard about the San Diego schools talking about white privilege training. We have a lot of wickedness in our schools, especially with this critical theory. I can't imagine what the next generation is going to look like. So we have a lot of wickedness in our indoctrination camps that we call schools, that we were indoctrinated in. So you can make an argument that these schools being closed is not the worst thing on earth, but it's the double standard that's really the issue. And again, the government will do for these Hollywood companies what they won't do for us. It's almost like a BBC situation because these companies are going to be subsidized. They already really were. I covered in my last podcast how the PPP situation went. So these companies are subsidized by our government informally, but they are. They're allowed to operate when we aren't. We're not even allowed to educate ourselves, but they're able to film their indoctrination and force us to watch and force us to pay for it. Now, we don't have to pay for it as consumers, but we have to pay for it as taxpayers because they have the right connection with our government. Isn't that lovely? Public schools are the reason me and my wife homeschool our daughters. You're right to do that, Nano Reaper. You're giving your kids such a advantage in life by homeschooling them. I'm sure you do know, but words cannot express. I hope your kids really thank you because you're giving them a blessed life by getting them out of this evil public school system. There's just no point to it, and the fact that they're this wicked should let you know how they really are. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this, please check out the whole podcast. Link in the description. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do so. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the video. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching and thank you for your time. God bless.